That's crazy.
That's crazy. Ooh. Ooh. Look around, everybody on you. Look around, it's me and my crew. Big energy. La 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 la. I think we're back with audio. It's got a little green thing at the bottom. So okay, we're back. Okay, so y'all can hear me. Okay, awesome. 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 Hello, Brittany. Okay, good. We're back. And I get a chance to use a microphone. Ugh, this microphone, when I finally realized that I need to sit on it, like on top of it, just about for it to, sound good, I was like, you know what? Let's use it. I was like, let's use it. Let's do it. Let's do it. See, this is the kind of ghetto stuff I do. It's like a normal person would know exactly how this was working, but not me. Nope, not Galen. Galen just goes into stuff without a plan. Galen just is a loser who does stuff. Yeah. Okay. It did. It did try to play. It absolutely did. I was like, why do I think it wasn't working before? I don't know. I really have no idea. It probably hates me. I'm the victim in everything. So it's probably because of that. It's probably because it hates me. Do you know there's a Charmed animated series? Have you seen a Charmed animated series? Oh my god. I don't want to see that. I don't think. I don't think I do. You know what? Now I got to go look it up. Um, I use Zoom for work and stay forgetting how to use it every single time. Child, I know how to use the basics in Zoom, and that's about it. I remember that time where we were trying to do like, um, where we were trying to do like, Google Meet. I don't know what got into me. I don't know what got into me because I was like, no, ma'am. I do have a question though. It's cool. You should watch it. You need to look at the trailer right now. Not right now. I think someone put it through AI. Probably so. I don't like I haven't heard of like an official charm thing that's happening. I feel like me personally, okay? I feel like it's probably like that Warren Witches, the Warren. Oh my god, I hated that trailer. I hated that trailer so bad because even though it looked good, don't get me wrong, when I hate that part of that trailer when they're like, after all, we are the Warrens. And I was like, y'all. And people were like, oh my God, this is real. This is happening. It's coming to Amazon Prime. And I was like, there is a person in the trailer who just said, we are the Warrens. And you think that's real? You don't think that's fan made? You heard somebody say, we are the Warrens. Girl, please. Supernatural's done an animated series. It's more like a Japanese anime style. So why not Charm? They could honor Shannon Doherty. Okay. Here's my thing. I think franchises should end. That's my personal opinion. I think that at a certain point, franchises should just be over because when we keep digging things up, for lack of a better term, at a certain point, it just gets soulless and lifeless. To me, for me, it just gets soulless and lifeless at a certain point. You look at the Winchesters, right? Where I'm sure it was a good show, like I promise you, I think it's probably it was a good show before it got canceled. But I didn't need to see their mama and daddy when they were young. That wasn't something that I needed to see. I didn't need that to be a part of the lore of the show. Um, but that's a me thing. to be one of those shows that the fandom is, profitable because at the that's what it all boils down to is like how profitable are these people going to be? And I don't want Charm to be one of those shows that is constantly being brought back or brought to the ringer or whatever else just so that they can make money. Like, if I have the money one day, I'm probably gonna buy one of those lounge flags. I'm probably not gonna do anything with it, but I will buy it more than likely just because I love the show. But as far as a another reboot or whatever, I just I thought it was real, and then I discovered so quick that it was a fan-made trailer. Yeah, it was. I mean, to me, I thought it looked like one, but I would have been more shocked if it had been real. Franchises should end. That's why I was glad Coogler isn't doing a Sinner sequel. Yeah, I could see that definitely being one that they would like do more and more sequels to because of how popular it was, and I'm glad to hear they're not. I mean, if they did, I mean, I wouldn't, it's fine. Like stuff people do sequels all the time. So I get it, but it's just like because the Hallowell sisters are descendant of the Warrens, so this is normal when someone in the fan made trailer says we are the Warrens. I don't think that that's natural. Like there wouldn't I don't think that there would be a moment that would feel natural for someone to go, "We are the Warrens." Like that wasn't even their last name. So it would be like can you imagine Prue, Piper, and Phoebe standing somewhere in the middle of a room and just being like, "We are the Warrens." And I'm not talking about Phoebe going, "We are the Charmed Ones," because we're known as the Charmed Ones. That was the first episode. Phoebe was being cute. Phoebe was being what like I could not think of a moment where someone would have to go, "After all, we are the Warren." Like it just felt very mm, keep it in the playground to me. Because the Hallowell sisters are okay, yeah. Okay, I read that one. Sorry. If we're doing something new in the same universe, that could be something since we haven't explored outside the sisters and their yes. You give me a good little mini series on the Phoenix Witches, I'd be fine with that. Even if you do like a cute little anthology going through multiple magical entities, I'd be okay with that. I'd be okay with that. That'd be fine. There's no way they can do a series faithful spinoff because of all the inconsistencies in the original story. It wouldn't be good. No, you're right. They would just have to pick a continuity and stick with it. By the way, am I too close to this? Am I breathing too hard into it? Because I know I'm fat. But no, you're right. Like they would just have to pick a consistency and say, no, this is it. And it's Witches of East End was a good spiritual successor to Charm. That cancellation was hard. I did like that show. I need to go back and watch it. That's the next show on my list. Um, I need to watch it. I keep hearing good things. This could be another new beginning for Prue. For me, she's still alive in another alternate reality. Oh, okay. Oh, well, it is business, by the way, and it's too bad that the OG Charm do not have the rights to Charm. I mean, I think, and I'm gonna say this, and I really hope it doesn't come off as shady. Like that's not my intention. I don't mean to be mean. I think at a certain point we need to let the characters end. To me, but that's a me thing. Like, yes, it is a business. But the problem is that when something becomes a business too much, there's a difference in it being part of a business and then the business being let's get as much money as we possibly can from it. Those are two different things. Like the movie industry is absolutely a business. And so when they do something, they're doing it with the intention of hoping that it's profitable, hoping that it, takes off, hoping that they can make money from it. No one is stupid enough to believe like this is just a passion project, like they're trying to make money from it. But when it gets to the point where it has no soul left to it because you're trying to get money from it because you see that people like it, you know what I mean? Like at a certain point, it's just a cash grab. It's like them constantly trying to bring back Charlie's Angels. To me, The last Charlie's Angels showing that we should have gotten was the 2000 reboot. Like, that should have been the last time that we saw Charlie's Angels, because it's a show that people try to adapt to current times because they're trying to go overboard with that lesson that comes with it, which is that women are powerful. And so instead of doing what they like, even if you don't go by the original show, because the original show is a little wonky because it was 70s, right? So they still had to do the hair flips and do, use their sensuality, like stuff like that, right? So even if you don't think that that was feminism, to me, the reboot in the 2000s, they did a really good job of adapting them to that time. We fight, we don't use guns, we know how to carry ourselves. I know I'm sexy, I'm gonna use that to my advantage if I possibly can, and then I'm gonna get you up out of here. Like, they knew how to balance those things, and it didn't feel like they had to throw in our face that, oh, we're strong and we're women because we like, of course I'm not a woman, so I can't tell certain stories, I can't say certain things, but as a storyteller, that movie balanced all of that perfectly. Where more modern adaptations are trying to get into the, "Look, I can control everything because I'm good," and it's like, you don't have to do that. And I feel the same way with a lot of the stories that center, like, when people say, like, "Oh, why did they have to make this character a female? Why did they have to make this da 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 da?" Because women can be like, you, unless it's a story that is specifically for a man, right? You can insert a female character. It's not gonna throw off the equilibrium of it, but people just go completely crazy. Anyway, that's a whole other little spiel that I have. Um, is their family name because Penny, she's a Warren, and I think they still have the family members that are Warrens and still this day, but I feel like they never met them before. Penny wasn't a Warren. I don't think that Penny's mother was a Warren, but I could be wrong. I do not believe, because Penny's last name was like Johnson or Gordon or something. I think it was Johnson. So no, she wasn't a Warren. I mean, the thing is, like, at the end of the day, I mean, anyway, I'm not gonna get, I guess, caught up in like the semantics of it. Making a show is a business, but being a fan is not. Yes. And when they start using us, it was Gordon. I thought it was Johnson because Gordon is Dan's last name, right? I think, I don't know. The first Charm movie of the 80s, it was Witches of Eastwick. I I hate calling things the other the charmed of this, the charmed of that. I think, okay. Okay. Let me say this. Let me say this. Let me say this. I'm trying to get myself together because, again, I don't want to seem like I'm being, you know what I mean? Like, I don't, oh my God. Hi, Keenan. Hey, Keenan. How are you doing, my friend? Um, I do not care for calling other things the charmed of, because at a certain, I just feel like it feels like we can't let things go. I know I keep saying that, but it's like, if you're looking for stuff to be the new this, or to be a replacement for that, then you're going to be sorely disappointed, because you're going to be constantly trying to find something that can make you feel like Charmed, right? And you're not going to find it, because Charmed was its own entity. It was its own show. It aired at a specific point in time. Nothing that comes after that is going to feel the same. I'll be 100% honest, and I don't know how y'all feel about this, and I'm so sorry. I don't feel like we need a Practical Magic 2. I don't think we need one. I don't think we need a Practical Magic 2. I know that there is a sequel book. Please don't get me wrong. I do not think we need one. I think that the first movie did its own thing. I feel about it the way I feel about Hocus Pocus. The Hocus Pocus 2 did not need to exist. It didn't. Hocus Pocus 2, although I'm sure Practical Magic 2 is going to be much better in comparison, I do not think that it was a good movie. Like Hocus Pocus 2 was a mess. And people will say like, "Oh, it was actually a good movie. Y'all just didn't like it and y'all just didn't da da da." But that movie was it was nostalgia bait. Like when I remember watching that movie and being like, "What?" Like every time they did something, it was just like, okay, we get it, amuck, amuck. Okay, so we don't have a vacuum to fly on this time, so we've got a Roomba. You know what I mean? Like it did not need to exist. It didn't need to exist. And I'm gonna still watch Practical Magic too. I just don't think it needs to exist. Um, I imagine Charlie's Angels, if they done a reboot TV series, while they need to cast free melanated women, I think this is what we need right now. Okay. I don't know how to say what I want to say. I've talked about this before. I don't care for sometimes when people say we need this, we need that, because at a certain point you move into tokenism. Do you know what I'm saying? At a certain point, you move into tokenism when you start saying they need to be melanated, they need to be women, they need to be gay, they need to be whatever. We are changing the subject, Mark. I promise we are. I just had to say that because I anyway, I'm just gonna be quiet. I'm just gonna be quiet. I don't want to sound like a hater. I don't want to sound like I don't want to see my people on screen. I just want us to I want us to have stories that people don't there's not a ruckus about why are they, like I don't know. It's kind of like when 911. I don't think Eddie and Buck need to get together. But anyway, I'm gonna be quiet. But no, Mia, I agree with what you said. I think we're pretty young. But anyway, so just moving on. And I apologize, y'all. I shouldn't have spent that long talking about that. It's like when it comes to Charmed, there's so many things. I don't need to once again see my people strung up and vilified for being cast in a remake yes, exactly. Exactly. You've seen it in the wiki fandom that she was a Warren and her husband's family name is okay. I mean, we know that Alan's name was Halliwell. Graham's last name was not. Anyway, okay, shut up, Cal. Anyway, as it pertains to Charm, though, I feel like part of the problem when it comes to making content for me, that's why I've enjoyed seeing other people like new to making content, new to talking about Charmed, because I just feel like I'm sorry. I just feel like there is this energy that you get when you're first making content, right? When you're first like sharing your ideas and you've maybe had these ideas for a long time and you're finally putting words to them and you can express them and other people understand it. Like there's a certain like look you get, right? And you get this energy. And it's weird because I didn't think that energy was going to go away. And now that it has, I'm like, oh, well, what's my next thing that I'm gonna be super excited about? Um, I okay. So we talked a little bit about manga earlier. I am trying to get into like reading books and things like that, right? And I'm trying to get back into like actual books versus just manga. But there's something about being able to follow the flow of the story with pictures. And I feel kind of crazy about that because I'm like, Galen, not you need pictures to read a book, baby, but it's something about it that just helps me more. But then when I start trying to read the words in a book, I just get like, oh, okay. Now I gotta try to follow along with what's going on. Can you illustrate it for me or something? I don't know what made me think that I was gonna read the Game of Thrones books. I don't know. I was asking if you ever read. Yes, that was what I was replying to, Diamond, and I completely forgot to say that, and I'm so sorry. That was what I had segued into, was responding to your question, and I completely forgot to say that. I'm sorry, girl. Anyway. We'll talk about it later. We'll talk about it later. But yeah, no, it I have the Practical Magic book, and I started reading the Avatar Yang Chen novel, and then it's like I got a couple of pages in, and it was just like, girl, what are we even talking about? What's going on? What's All I knew was Yang Chen was up here having I knew Yang Chen was having some bad dreams, and it turns out it was the past Avatar lives. So that was the only thing that got me. I was like, oh, okay. But what happened after that? I don't know, because I put it down. That's the other thing, is I feel like I'm starting to get a little like all over the place a little bit, because the ADHD, and I'm just kind of. But I got this book that Mia and I bought in Chicago. Mia and I bought, well, I bought the same book that Mia bought because I'm a follower. And so when I saw she got it, I was like, I want to get that because that does look interesting and it might help kind of focus my ADHD. So I copied her. But anywho, graphic novels are awesome. They are. Like I love a good manga. I need to start maybe getting some graphic novels. Markel said because having illustration makes the plot so much more fun. It does. It absolutely does. And Practical Magic is kind of a tough read. It's boring. I believe it. And see, that's the thing, is I feel like if I get once I get bored, that's it. Have I started? I read the first couple of pages. I think I read the prologue, and then listen. If you think that I kept going past that, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. I have no idea what to tell you because I didn't. Because I did not. And I blame Mark for that, really, if I'm being 100% honest, but I'm not going to continue to blame him, but he did have something to do with it. He did. He did have something to do with it. I know he did. Um but anyway, yeah, I read the first couple of pages and then I was like, you know what? I'll come back to this. I said, not the ADHD said, let's put the book about ADHD down. Which book? I want to be a part of the book club. Oh God. What is that book called? It's over there. How to ADHD. It's called How to ADHD. And I'm very excited to read it. Very. After however long it takes. If it takes a couple of years, fine. Um fine. If it takes a couple of centuries, okay, hey, why not? I feel like some stories would do well as graphic novels or as an audiobook. You know what? You know what? If I remember when I was trying to listen to Wicked, which y'all don't play in my face like that. Y'all knew I was not going to read that book, but I had convinced myself I was. And I appreciate y'all for indulging me because y'all knew I was not going to read that book. And I was doing the audiobook and I got a couple of chapters in and I was like, okay, this, and it wasn't that it wasn't for me. It was just like, I read it. I was listening to it on my way to work at a job I hated because I was trying to give myself something to do and like give myself some enjoyable time. And then when I stopped working there, I was just like, mm-mm. I was just like, I can't do this anymore. I was like, no, I'm good. I'm good. I feel like some stories. Okay, well, I just read that comment actually. My fault, Galen. Be so for real. Well, I am for real. I absolutely am. I read a book on OCD when I first got diagnosed, and it helped me so much to understand what other people experience and how they navigate it. I can see how that could help, and that's why, like, between the Wellbutrin, between the Wellbutrin and this book, I am hoping and praying that I will be much more attentive. Y'all won't have to worry about me sounding crazy anymore and not knowing what I'm talking about. But I feel like you will. I feel like you absolutely will. Um I don't know. But no, that's all I've been reading right now. I'm trying to look back and double check. Y'all know I said I wanted to read. Oh, oh. So the Charm novels. Let me turn this off for a second so y'all can see my collection. Hold on. I only need one more book to finish the Charm collection. I only need one more. And it is um Trick or Treat. Do not ignore the blanket back there, okay? Because I don't know what else to tell you. But yeah, as you can see by my books I have right there, I only need one more. And I use the power of three to cover up some of the books because they looked a mess. Because some of the books I was like, girl, I don't even care. As long as I get it, that's all I need. I don't care about what it looks like, as long as I get it. And I feel like that's what's gonna happen with Trick or Treat. So when I get paid next, that's what I'm gonna go ahead and get. Um, it's a little pricey from what I saw. So, we're gonna have to pray over it. But I don't mind spending the money. I don't. I'm so proud of my little shelf because I got my charm books, I got some of my manga. I have a little shelf up there to have a second little row of manga back there. And as you can see, my third shelf right now, because I cleaned it off, my third shelf is just a junk shelf at the moment. Like it's just me putting some old stuff and trying to figure out what I'm going to do with it, kind of. So, I mean, right now, it just sort of is what it is. And then I got my Buffy books up there. I got my Buffy books right there. I need to start on the second volume of Tales of the Slayer. And I don't know, we're just gonna have to see where it goes from there. That's my bag I got from Chicago. Wait. That's my bag I got from Chicago. Mm. As you can see by it saying Chicago. So now I've got something on my wall from Florida and from Chicago. Oh my God. So yeah, thank you. The collection definitely the collection is definitely coming together. The collection is definitely looking good. I'm very excited about it. It's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. So I have that. I have the Naruto books, the Naruto manga, and I just need to organize it. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I have a cute little catalog I made. I have a cute little like spreadsheet that I made. Let me see. I think I can share my screen on here with y'all. So let me do that. Let me do that. Let me share with y'all my screen. Hold on. I think we can. Now, if we can't, literally I blame Mark because Mark is the one who told me we could. So, um blame him. Um book catalog. Okay. All right. Book catalog. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Kim Fields. Okay, Kim Fields. Okay. All right. We did miss Mark in Chicago. He'll be there in the next mod trip. Um so here's all the Prue books that not the Prue, but the Charm books that I have. So I've got all of those. I have all of these books from the Page era. I've got these two right here. Now, again, Trick or Treat is the only one left that I used to blame it. Who did I used to blame stuff on Leia, but she's not here, so I'm blaming it on you. You'll be okay. Um, but but so I also have or need to get the War on Witches and Let Gorgons Be Gorgons. These are ebooks. I'm not worried about that right now. They're fairly cheap. I may just honestly try to find somewhere to download them if I'm being 100% honest. Um, and then my manga tab. Let's see. Let's see here. For the manga tab, um I've got this is everything I've read so far, and I need to come up with some cute little like something. I need to come up with something. Let's see. Maybe blue. Ooh, ew, ew. Okay, no, I need to feel. Yeah. So I've read the Itachi novels, and then Fire Force, Smoking Behind the Supermarket with You, Tokyo Revengers, Mob Psycho, Record of Ragnarok, Naruto, and Sakamoto Days. So as you can see here and then I don't think I put Spy Family. I thought I had Spy Family on here. Oh yeah. Okay. So yeah. So there's Spy Family right here. Oh, we love a good spreadsheet. We love a good spreadsheet. And I'm gonna record something. Thank y'all for the love on this spreadsheet. I really tried to put a little bit of thought into it. Um, so I have Mobsters in Love, My Love Mix Up, and Home Office Romance. Haven't read that yet. But My Love Mix Up is so cute. And it goes back, it's teenagers. And that's the other thing is like, ugh, girl, I shouldn't be this invested in like teenage drama, but I just love it. It's so cute. Mobsters in Love, the Itachi light novels. I'm giving away Kaguya-sama. I couldn't stand it. I could not read that. I think I'm gonna give away the Hunter x Hunter omnibus. And something else from up here is going. I don't know what and I don't know when, but something's gotta go. Something's gotta go. And I don't know fully what it's gonna be. It might be Yu-Gi-Oh! I bought it and thought I was gonna wanna read it, and I don't want to. Mm, I may be giving away I don't know. I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna give away yet, but for sure next month, I'm giving away, Kaguya-sama Kaguya God, Kaguya-sama Love is War. Definitely giving that away. Um Yeah, so that's my little spreadsheet. This is how I keep up with what I've been reading so that I can tell everyone what I've been reading instead of just like, sometimes when you read stuff and it just turns into sort of like, I remember I read this, but I don't remember like what it was about, or did I actually read this or whatever? Y'all know how I am. And so for me, I know if I didn't keep some sort of a record, I would not remember what I bought. And so that's why I did this. What I bought or what I read because I don't want to buy the same thing twice. My other books, I haven't really taken the time to like, but I have other books. I just haven't taken the time to make a catalog of them. So yeah, that's my little spreadsheet. That's my little spreadsheet. There's my little spreadsheet so that I don't buy the same thing twice. Or so that I know what I'm reading. So, mm. um, and then I don't know. When we went to Barnes and Noble, I went straight to the manga section because I was like, I know that if I go up in there, I'm just gonna spend money on stuff, and I still spent not more money than I had expected. It was actually less than I expected, but I still spent a good chunk on manga but I don't mind. It was in the ADHD book. Like I don't regret anything that I bought, but I knew that if I had like the if I could just walk in that store and was looking, baby, I would have been cutting up buying them books. And I was like, Galen, my sweetest love. But I need to figure out what kind of books I like to read outside of manga now. Excuse me. You got to tell me if and when you start volume 2 of Tales of the Slayer so I can pick it back up too. But remember my disclaimer. I don't blame you if you never did. Girl, I think I'm going to start making myself read it tonight. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think tonight I'm going to make myself read it. And you might think like, Galen, what do you mean make yourself read it? Like, just read it. If you have to make yourself read it, you don't want to. But no, I literally have to make myself do things because if I don't, then I'm just gonna be sitting there looking stupid. But I did keep that in mind what you said. So I'm gonna start reading it and hopefully, because baby, that last story was a doozy for me. Really, all of them, because it's like I have always been very curious about like what it must be like to be a slayer and what it means to or how they navigated it. Like being a slayer in a time where you were expected to wear dresses or you were expected to act a certain way or being like, how did they navigate going outside at night to fight demons and vampires? And meanwhile, they got to be a society girl in the day. Like it just never made sense to me. And so for me, um, VC Andrews, her writing is messy. What you trying to say, Daisy? Are you trying to say I'm messy? Are you trying to say I'm messy? No, no, you know I love a good messy story. I'm hitting up the big library tomorrow. I'm gonna get so many, but purr. Come on, books. Come on, books. Um, for me, I just need to figure out. Have I read Howl's Moving Castle? No, I've not. I don't know what that's about. I don't know what it's about. I'm not sure what it's about, but I've never heard of it before. I'm so glad I got a tablet that has a mobile hotspot to it because our internet is out right now, and that's what I have my computer hooked up to. I'm not used to doing stuff on the computer. Let me just say that real quick, okay? I am not used to I'm used to doing stuff with the phone up to my face. I'm not used to having the camera on. So like this is different. This is different. I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. I like it. I like it, Spike. And if you ever tell the Slayer that I like it, I'm going to cut you. It's a cute it'll keep you invested. Okay, per or they will keep you invested. Per. It's a cute little YA novel, but the Studio Ghibli movie is loosely based on it. Oh, it's a cute read. Okay, per. Let me write it down because y'all know I'm gonna forget. I love the way that I'm acting like and no, Diamond, no, it absolutely does bother me, but I'm just, I'm just like, okay, well, but no, but what am I trying to say here? What am I trying to say? I need to write that down. Okay, so VC, I already forgot. God damn it. Okay, I blame Mark. What about old school romance paperbacks? Ooh, that would be a cute little Harlequin romance. Ooh, purr. Okay, purr. Can somebody remind me what VC Andrews? VC Andrews. There we go. Um, Girl, I'm not reading Flowers in the Attic. No, ma'am. Oh no, ma'am. Oh no, ma'am. No, ma'am. Oh no, ma'am. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Even before they adapted it to TV, I didn't have any desire. Oh, that's where my mouse went. Oh, I can play The Sims tonight. Oh, that's what I'm gonna do tonight. After we get off of here, I'm gonna play The Sims, baby. Yes. It's been so long since I played. No, it hasn't. Yes, it has. It kind of has. Because the last time I tried to play them, I went to sleep. But I'm not reading Flowers in the Attic, child. That's a little too much for me because between Christopher and then whatever his sister's name was, and I don't remember what her name was, but Christopher and that girl getting mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. The movie that they did, the prequel, was a mess in like the messiest way possible. And then the mama's name was Corinne, and that movie was so messy. That movie was so messy. I was like, girl. Oh, Flowers is VC. Oh no, baby, I'm not reading that. No, ma'am. Love your vids and skits. Glad to make it for a lot. Oh, thank you, Art Master Austin. Thank you, my darling. We're just sitting here chatting. We're just sitting here chit chatting about different stuff. We're kind of talking about Charmed. I need to change his background actually, but we're kind of talking about Charmed. We're kind of not. We're just kind of talking about like whatever tickles our fancy today. Oh, you know what? Let's just pretend we're in the hallway. Let's just not the hallway, the foyer. In the foyer. Would this be the foyer? I don't know how things work. I don't know how houses work. I just know this was the front of the house, child. This is the front. This is where you come in. That's all I know. Anything past that, I couldn't tell you. Anything past that, I couldn't tell you. I don't know. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I just know there's a sitting room somewhere. I know that there's a foyer. I know that there is the sunroom. Love a good sunroom. Love the solarium. Um, I always wanted a solarium. Let's go in the solarium. I want to live in a big Victorian house. I've always wanted a Victorian house specifically because of this show. But you know what? As much as I say that I want to live in a Victorian house, I would not mind living in Buffy's house. I loved Buffy's house. Buffy's house was so cute to me and it was huge. Like the house was actually really big. When you start walking around it and it's like, okay, is the top level that big? No. I feel like the top level of Buffy's house was a little compact when you go up there. But like when you go downstairs, you got the kitchen, you got this huge dining room, you got this huge living room. There was okay, it was the living room was really big, but there were like two parts to the living room essentially. There was like there was like the main part of the living room, but then there was like another little sitting area or whatever over there. I remember it wasn't big. It's not like it was a sitting area, a designated sitting area. There was just enough room to put like another couch over there if you wanted to. And then there was a little hallway that took you to the kitchen. And then, so it was like, I love their house. Their house was so, so cute to me. The house from Practical Magic is beautiful. Hi, J Man. No, you're right. I love the house from Practical Magic. It's a little too big for me. I think that's my thing. Is like it's a scooch too big for me. And it was a little windy. It was just a tap like woo woo, like I don't know. It was a little bit much. It was a little bit much for me. But I mean I still liked it. Buffy's house is my dream house. I'm pretty sure I found a home model in the old Sears catalog. Why did that make me laugh in the Sears in the Sears catalog? But no, I loved their house. It was so cute. Like their house is absolutely, like you said, a perfect house. Um, Same, but without the horsehair being used as insulation. Well, yes, let's keep the asbestos. Let's keep all the asbestos to ourselves. We don't necessarily need that. That's not something that we aspire to have. It was laid out well. It was. It absolutely was. I've never understood how they afforded such an expensive manor. I always felt like their jobs didn't match having enough to keep up with the bills. I think because they didn't have a mortgage, that probably evened it out. Like, I think not having a mortgage and them actually owning it probably made things a lot easier. And then I don't know, in bigger cities, don't they do something where they like even out the the utility? I don't know. I don't know. I don't live in a big city, so I don't know. Like a Victorian would be nice with multiple bedrooms. Yes. Yes. Um I agree. It's a huge house. Yes. I love Victorians, but those 19/20th Sears homes, my God. Yeah, baby. It ain't no way. Ain't no way. They need to move the table with the flowers because of how many times demons break the furniture. How many times Phoebe would break it? Phoebe and Paige stay landing on that table. They would break that table in a hot second. And I'm like, oh my God, leave the table alone. Let the table, they was using magic to fix everything. They do have a lot of tables. There's a lot of tables in that house. I feel like too many lamps, too many tables. It's a lot of stuff that's breakable. The heating bill was a whole mortgage payment. Absolutely. It absolutely 100% was. That heating bill was crazy. I think they just paid property taxes and utility. I think so. Like I could see them just paying that. And I think that's probably what made it more affordable. It was a family home, so it had probably been paid off decades prior and passed down. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. And vases too. Yeah, it had too many vases and lamps and tables and Take it now, take it away, take it now, don't let it stay. I'm good. I'm Gucci. I wouldn't want it. I wouldn't want it. I couldn't have all of that in there. I'm sorry. At a certain point, just take it because I'm not doing all that. We wouldn't even have furniture fooling with me. We wouldn't even. Oh, let me stretch, child. Seems like it's about that time. It seems like it's almost that time to go on ahead and go play The Sims, child. It seems like it is about that time. Knowing her, she would have left that for Prudent handle. Oh, you know she did. Whatever it was, you know. You know she left whatever it was. Life insurance. She was like, baby, you just gonna have to figure it out. I'm sorry to tell you, my love. I'm sorry to tell you, my love. You just gonna have to figure that out. All by yourself. Ooh. Okay, so here's what I always end up doing at night is I always try to figure out I forgot the word to the song. Anyway, I always end up telling myself, okay, I'm just gonna relax and I'm gonna watch a show and play The Sims. And then I'm like, no, I think I want to read something. And then I'm like, no, I don't want to read. I think I want to play The Sims. I think I want to like, am I the only one that ends up like constantly feeling like I have to be doing something else? Like I almost feel like I think part of it is I feel like if I'm not being productive, um I'm doing something wrong. Like if you're not reading something, Galen, if you're not stimulating your mind, then what are you doing? And it's like I already have Monday's podcast episode uploaded, not just ready to go, okay? Not just edited. I have it uploaded, okay? It is already scheduled. The video version that nobody's gonna watch is gonna come out tomorrow on Patreon. And then Monday, the actual podcast episode is coming out. Baby, I already got that done. I already have it ready. I'm very proud of myself. Very proud of myself. I still have the podcast episodes of me and Diamond to edit. And what has been my hang up with that? I don't know. It's like anytime I think about something charmed related, it's like my mind just goes like, you know, and I can't figure it out. I can't figure it out. I can never figure it out. I can never figure it out. I have a hard time letting myself rest. Yes. End up doing nothing for a whole hour. Yes. Absolutely. Yes. Yes. Like it's like I get anxiety about like, well, let me calm myself down. You know, like I don't know. I think I think that's why I'm having so much trouble like with the episodes that we recorded. I think sometimes my brain is like it's a big undertaking because I want it to look a certain, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it without sounding like an idiot. I don't know. And I don't want Diamond to think that I'm not trying to put the episode out because like you clearly know that I want to put like it's not that. It's just it's like my mind every time I sit down and try to do it, it's like my mind just will not. My God, I just every single time I try to think about it, I don't know. Child. But that's a me situation. That is a me problem. I just anyway, NT way. Um, but the anxiety is definitely a demon. And it just I'm like, girl, I can't. I'm like, take it now, take it away, take it now, don't let it stay. But anyway, I may do a little bit of reading. I think what I'm gonna do is I am going to play The Sims and I am going to give myself because I don't have anything to do in the morning. I think that I'm going to let myself enjoy the evening. I think I'm going to let myself enjoy the evening and then I'm going to read a little bit of Buffy. So that way, or maybe I need to do it the opposite way. So that way I know I have something to look forward to after I read a little bit. That sounds like a much more plausible thing to do. Am I going to go live with The Sims? Probably not. Because maybe I should. I don't know. Should I? It's gonna be late. That's the thing. It's already 7:40. So I feel like if are we jumping to Twitch? Not right now. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe possibly. Don't take that as word, but just maybe tomorrow. But tonight I just want to chillax a little bit. Um yeah. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go read a little Buffy. I'm gonna read a little bit of Buffy. Girl, let's just see how that goes. Okay. And then I'm gonna play The Sims a little bit. And I will I'll let y'all know how it goes because child, them Buffy stories, they getting real intense real quick. So say a little prayer for me. Say a cute little prayer for me. But well, y'all, this has been amazing. This has been so fun. I think that I am going to go ahead and end it here. Could live streaming on the Discord. That would be fun. I'm down for whenever. You know, I love your Sims playing. I love being petty with the Sims. I love it. I love having a good affair. I love a good cheating moment. I just I just love it. But anyway, let me stop because oh god, the way I play Sims is so chaotic. But anywho, I am gonna let y'all go. We'll be back next Friday on here. We may be back earlier, depending on kind of how I'm feeling. Because I like this. I like YouTube Live. I like it. It's just a little. It's different. It's different, but it feels more intimate. So but anyway, thank y'all for joining. I'm sorry that it wasn't like very cohesive with what we were talking about tonight, but thank you to everyone who came out. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. Tonight was amazing. And I will for my Patreon hussies, I'll see y'all tomorrow evening for our we're gonna be finishing season 5 of Charm tomorrow, and I like my mind is blown. So for my Patreon hussies, I'll see y'all tomorrow. For my Patreon hussies, you'll get the video version of the Manga Noob podcast tomorrow, and for everyone else, it'll be out Monday on your preferred podcasting app. And I will see y'all later. Boy, everybody.